I've been using the Galaxy S24 Ultra for around a year now, and it's a solid device. With the launch of Galaxy S25 Ultra in 7th of February, you may ask whether it makes sense to wait a bit for Galaxy S25 Ultra, or rather you should buy the Galaxy S24 Ultra with a discounted price. The same question can go for Galaxy S24 and Galaxy S25 base series. I am Mo, and I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why waiting would make sense. The first one is the chipset. You've probably already heard that S25 Ultra is going to be released with a Snapdragon 8 Elite. Also, rumors say that the S25 base model and S25 Plus will also be released with the Snapdragon 8 Elite chipsets globally. The reason is that the Exynos 2500 did not have a yield high enough for mass production. Rumors also suggest that Samsung will use the Exynos for Folds and other upcoming flagship phones. This is both good and bad news. I am one of the main critics of how Samsung is handling the Exynos situation. But the bad news is that since Samsung will now have to rely on Qualcomm, we will most likely see a price increase. We won't know for sure until the new prices are revealed, but that seems inevitable. I'm personally happy that I do not need to buy 2 devices. Last year I had to buy both Galaxy S24 Exynos and Galaxy S24 Snapdragon. Also, I have to buy these devices by my own money. Samsung is not sending me any devices. I'm still trying to get in contact with Samsung to get my hand on a test device. For now, I will put my name on the pre-order subscribe list, which will give me $50 off. I'll put the link in the description. Based on my test, the Snapdragon 8 Elite is extremely power efficient and also has fewer heating issues compared to a Snapdragon 8 Generation 3, let alone the Exynos 2400. For example, in Genshin Impact test, where I compared the S24 Snapdragon versus the Xiaomi 15 with the new Snapdragon chipset, the Xiaomi used 25% less power compared to the S24. Or, for example, when I write the Geekbench test, the new Snapdragon 8 Elite got a much better score while staying 3 degrees cooler than the S24 Snapdragon. I ran a similar test using S24 Ultra and OnePlus 13, and I got a similar result. Overall, having the processor makes it worth waiting for the new S25 Ultra or S25. The second reason that you may want to wait is that the new design of Galaxy S24 Ultra is more shockproof. Also, it is easier to hold it on your hand. The new display of the S25 Ultra is 0.1 inches larger than the S24 Ultra, and the body has rounded corners instead of sharp edges. Based on leaks, the S25 and S25 Plus base models retain their traditional designs with not much change there. I also don't think they necessarily needed a change. It looks modern, it's a compact phone, and I like the way it is. Speaking of design, there's a new camera ring. We saw a similar camera ring on the Galaxy Z Fold 6. It was not my cup of tea, to be honest. My theory is that Samsung is doing this to make the cameras look bigger, even though they are not. It is just a ring. Also, in my experience, the rings will collect more dust and debris between them since they is harder to clean. But it is what it is. I think they felt they had to change something and they went with the camera ring redesign. I'm gonna a little bit upset that none of my accessories from Galaxy S24 Ultra is gonna fit Galaxy S25 Ultra, but it is what it is. The other reasons that you may want to wait is the new ultra-wide lens on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Based on leaks, the S25 base model is not going to get any rear camera upgrade, which is a shame, especially since the main lens needs some attention. The outdated, slow-reading sensors are falling behind, and pretty much every other flagship phone is outpacing Samsung's base flagship lineup. For the S25 Ultra, we also don't see much improvement in the camera department. The main sensor and telephoto sensors are staying the same. What does get some love though is the ultra-wide sensor. It is going to be a new 50 megapixel sensor, and I support this move. The previous ultra-wide camera was not only low in resolution, but also disappointing in low light for a flagship phone. It is good to see the new ultra-wide lens finally getting some attention. The first reason you may want to wait for the Galaxy S25 and S25 Ultra is OneUI 7. I know that you get the same functionalities on the S24 and S25 Ultra as well. I already updated my phone to the OneUI 7 beta, but the new S25 base model supposedly comes with 12GB of RAM and the S25 Ultra comes with 16GB of RAM. There are some new AI features like video editing that are RAM hungry, and having more RAM would definitely help. Otherwise, running those applications could be difficult. Trust me, I did my doctoral degree in machine learning, and those Gen AI algorithms are RAM hungry. It is not that you won't be able to run them, but the phones will have to rely on other memories, which can slow things down. Reason number 5 is that the connection of Galaxy S25 is going to be better than Galaxy S24. So the Wi-Fi is going to be the new Wi-Fi 7 support, and also the Qualcomm modem is going to be better in performance compared to S24 Exynos variant. If you have S24 Snapdragon variant, you are not going to see much of a difference though. So what am I personally going to do? I'm going to buy the Galaxy S25 Ultra for the review, but I doubt that I will upgrade my phone from Galaxy S24 Ultra to Galaxy S25 Ultra. But if you have an older generation, maybe it does make sense to do the upgrade, and it does make sense in my opinion to not buy Galaxy S24 Ultra for a very good reason. I actually have some heating issues right now with the Galaxy S24 Ultra. It could be the Snapdragon 8 Generation 3, or it could be the software updates. I have no idea. I tried multiple things. The phone still gets a bit hot, and it's even winter. Also, the battery life is not super great. But also the new battery life on Galaxy S25 Ultra is probably going to be the same because it's also 5000 mAh battery. I can also quickly tell you why you don't need to wait for the S25 Ultra and S25. The battery and charging speed are staying the same. So it looks like Samsung won't be using the new battery technology in their phone. Maybe we'll see that in the S25 Slim. Rumors say that the base model will get Wi-Fi 7, which is nice. However, it also seems that Samsung is using an M13 display for the S25 base models instead of the M14 found in Pixel phones, which is a bit disappointing. If you want to know how things are going for the S24, you can watch my 1-year review of S24 with OneUI 7 versus the iPhone 16 next. Thanks for tuning into Tecmo, and I will see you in the next one.